President Trump faces controversy at home and possible military action overseas. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says the independence of the Fed is on the line after federal agents served subpoenas on the central bank and threatened a criminal indictment. The Justice Department says it's investigating the Fed's renovation. Powell says it's about the president's desire to control the bank. Meanwhile, in Iran, Trump says he is ready to retaliate if the country's leaders fire on anti-government demonstrators. NBC's Melanie Zanona has details from Washington.
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell speaking out on the Justice Department's threat of a criminal indictment into the renovation of the central bank's office buildings. He claims the subpoenas have nothing to do with the makeover, but rather just President Trump's latest way to try to control the Fed's decisions on interest rates.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Powell said the DOJ served the Fed with subpoenas on Friday. But the president has been unhappy with Powell since before he took office, wanting deeper interest rate cuts. He's routinely attacked Powell and board members. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, the president denied any knowledge of the investigation and said he wouldn't think of using a legal inquiry to pressure Powell.
If the investigation is warranted, then they have to play that out. We'll see what happens. The allegation is serious, so we'll see.
Democrats say this is a power play.
Trump is trying to push out the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board and complete his corrupt takeover of America's central bank.
Republicans also unhappy with the DOJ investigation. Senator Lisa Murkowski calling it an attempt at coercion. And Senator Tom Tillis, who's on the banking committee, says he will oppose the confirmation of any nominee for the Fed, including the upcoming Fed chair vacancy, until this matter is fully resolved. As one domestic battle ramps up, the president also keeping an eye on the escalating violence in Iran. Trump threatening to attack if the Iranian government opens fire on anti-government protesters.
We're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination.
Iran says it's willing to negotiate, but if the U.S. does strike, U.S. military bases and ships could be targeted.
If they do that, we will hit them at levels that they've never been hit before.
And now turning back to that DOJ investigation into the Federal Reserve, it's not just Republicans who are speaking out. Every single living former Fed chair signed a statement calling those subpoenas an unprecedented attempt to undermine the independence of the central bank. Melanie Zanona, NBC News, Washington.